So hey everyone, welcome back to another stream. Now I was going to go to the gym and do some weights, but I thought why not just create a stream? And I came up with an idea of recreating styles, iconic images basically, and with iconic styles of course, from this website here called worldphoto.org. So this is the 2024 National and Regional Awards winners and shortlist within Midjourney. So this is an image that I found earlier just on Google. Can't remember what the person's name was of this image, but I used describe and it came back with these 4 different types of prompts. So I imagine them all, and this is what we got earlier, right? So we got, it's quite different as well with every single prompt that it laid out. It laid out different like cameras as well as lenses, and it went into details of even specific photographers and their like styles. So yeah, it's quite varied with the results that you get back, but it can really enable you to come up with different, inspiration for, say, like having this set within a different setting, for instance. So yeah, we're going to do that. So I saved that image, and a few more images down here, which is that image and that image and that image. So these are all of the images that we're going to try to recreate. So how you use describe is you go /describe and then you get presented with image or link. So we're just going to go with image. So that means that you have to have it, of course, saved locally to be able to use it. So once you do that, you just click on that, and then you go here, and you go to like your images that you've got, and let's start with the beach one, which is that one there, and that's by Thaniyu. I can't pronounce his name unfortunately, but yeah, it's a really beautiful image. So yeah, let's take that and press enter. And yeah, it'll do its thing where it's thinking it through, and then it'll come up with 4 different prompt styles. So a person walks along a beach at sunset in the style of Terrigen Zeiss Milvus 25mm f1.4 ZE. See, these are camera types and lens types that I've not heard of before. Like I've not heard of that person, Terrigen, and then the Milvus, 25mm. So you really get exposed to new ideas and new lens types, etc. And that's what's really great about the describe feature. And then this is the second prompt. So a person walking by the ocean on a beach at sunset in the style of Sven Nordqvist, Unreal Landscapes. Sorry if I butchered that name. Takina X11. So yeah, let's basically imagine them all and just see for ourselves what happens. And while that's going on, we can then upload our next image. So just describe again. Describe image, yeah, and let's try a gas station this time. So this one, so that image was found down below here, there, by Thomas Haverda, yeah, hopefully I pronounced that right. It's a really nice image, really unique color scheme, and yeah, that's where it is. And yeah, while that's happening, while we do that, so let's imagine that all. This is what the first one was. So it's come out really good. Quite different actually to what was the reference image. The fourth one's really unique, that's for sure. I like the stars above there. And the distant, mountain or cliff rather, in the background. That's really good. But yeah, it's different. It's quite different from the particular reference image. The reference image being this one here. So I think it's done a fairly good job. Yeah. Teed. It's even added in some text there. Interesting. I would say maybe the second one seems pretty good. The first one, That seems the most epic, but it's also quite unreasonable. It doesn't seem realistic, in my opinion. Yeah, that's a shame. But the more simpler the prompt, I usually find that it gives back, the more realistic the result is. Case in point with the very first example here. That was the reference image that I fed initially. And then it came back with all of these different renditions. And it was a very simple image. You know, there's not a lot going on. It's just basically 3 trees with a sloping hill and then some atmospheric fog or some fog in the distance. So there's just very few elements, and that's why it was able to create such a good recreation. Especially that one there. Super like haunting, that image. So yeah, really good. Let's keep going. And yeah, we've got a lot to get through, by the way. So, you know, if you have any comments, feel free to leave them. I'll respond after the fact once the live stream's ended. But yeah, that's quite unique, this one here. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Let me know which one you like from this. But it's still not like got the exact elements, if you will, of the first image. It's changed it quite a lot. It's gone from daylight, this is kind of like dusk image, wasn't it? Dusk to daylight. Yeah, daylight / dusk to completely like nighttime almost. So it's not captured the daytime as well. But yeah, it did very good. Now this is what's come back from that gas station image. So that gas station image was this, for your reference. And it's come back with this now. So that's near enough like similar. Quite like the first one. I think that looks really quite similar in terms of at least the color grade. But yeah, it's good. It's good for sure. This one is a bit more of a vintage like feel to it. That looks like it could be outside of a diner or something, the way it looks. And that looks like somewhere in Japan, the third one. But yeah, they don't look amazing like the very first one, you know, with the trees and simple landscape that I showed just earlier. But yeah, it's done fairly good. Now let's try another image. So yeah, the way you use it is go /describe and then image or link. Click on image, click on here, and then now this time we're going to try a different aspect ratio. So this is a lake image. And you just press enter afterwards and it does its thing. But this was this image here. So Vlatko Rafeski. So yeah, hopefully I pronounced that right. And then yeah, imagine all, or you can just do 1, 2, 3, or 4, depending upon which prompt you like. But I want to see all the results, so I do imagine all. And it does this. Yeah, I've not covered this feature before on my channel, so this is the first time I'm covering it. But yeah, it's a really good way to kind of get started with photography. You know, if you don't know much about it and you're looking to just recreate something real quick or get some inspiration for what it could potentially be. So for instance, earlier on, I got introduced to new camera lenses and yeah, basically cameras that I didn't hear of before. So that's good. So yeah, while that's going on. Wow, okay. Came back pretty quick, that's good. That's really interesting. You know, you got the moon so enormous there. So it really reimagines it rather than recreates it at times. But for some images, it does kind of recreate it very well, in probably like 70 to 80% in similarity. But otherwise, it just reimagines it completely. Like that, of course, wouldn't make any sense, right? As an image, but it's good. It's good. Artistically speaking, it's really good. Let's see. That one's quite novel. That is definitely quite beautiful, actually. Especially that one. The fourth one. And that's like a crescent of some kind. I think that's a crescent moon. I mean, yeah, you get so many different types of moons, so I'm not good at my moon knowledge, unfortunately. But yeah, That's good. I like the reflections there. You know, it's, of course, it's messed up the moon. You know, it would come back as a perfect circle down below, but yeah, unfortunately that's not the case. It's butchered the reflection. But yeah, it's really nice, that one, for sure. So yeah, this is what had happened earlier. But so far, I think out of these moon ones at least, I'm liking, yeah, this one the most, for sure. That one, first, second, third, or fourth. I would have to give it to the second one here. It's really nice. Gives you that surreal feeling, you know, when you're looking into the stars and the galaxy. It really is beautiful sight there. So yeah, I'd have to give it to that one. So that is a moonlight glows over a hill and a lake in the style of Ebru Sidar, Philip Hodas. Smooth curves, UHD image, spontaneous vistas, detailed imagery, lens flare. And that's a very strange aspect ratio. That's cool. Yeah, so of course it has like junk words in there, like UHD image. You wouldn't have to use that in Midjourney version 6. It doesn't really make a difference. But yeah, I believe that they are going to be updating Describe to be much more better in the future if they haven't already. So hopefully that gets rid of anything like UHD image going forward. But yeah, that's the moon examples there, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So which one of the moon examples do you like? That one really stands out to me. That one really does stand out to me. But I would have to say, in terms of like a surreal vibe, I would give it to this one here, the second one here. Yeah, so that's that. Then we've got a mountain now. So this, I don't even know where that is based. Unfortunately, my mountain knowledge is not great. So let's do Describe. Yeah, so this is how you do it. Go here. Go there, and then just enter. And it should do its thing. And have you used Describe yourself? /Describe? Let me know how you've got on using that. I think it's good for giving you initial inspiration, but I don't think that it's really good if you have more than 2 to 3 elements in the image and it's quite a complex image. It doesn't seem to pick it up that well. The simpler the image, and if it's preferably like a landscape like the one above, then yeah, it does a very good job. So case in point with this one here, that was by far the best job that it did with it. That was the image, and then of course 3 trees, sloping hill, and then just some fog. And yeah, came back really, really good. So all of them actually were remarkable. But then yeah, if you step it up and you have more details in the images, then, or more things going on in the images, then this is good for giving you some kind of inspiration and maybe introducing you to different cameras and lenses that you didn't know of before. But other than that, in terms of recreating the image, I don't think it quite does it as good as I wanted to, or at least I hoped that it would be able to. So that's where like knowing, photographic knowledge in depth would really help you to be able to shape it to your will as you envision it. So yeah, let's see what's come back with this. I forgot to say Imaginal, but yeah, that's good. That's a really unique image. That's good. Yeah. It's really remarkable, actually, how much of a difference light can make in an image. And when you could use light in combination with fog, it can really, really create some remarkable images. So that's really good. And it's come back now, I believe. Yeah, wow, okay. These are much, much more impressive, I have to say. So that was the original image. And yeah, it's come back with these. So it literally has reimagined it in a really incredible way. Wow. I mean, that fourth one looks so realistic. It's incredible. This third one is good as well. Wow. So that's the original again, and then that was the first prompt, and the 4 images for the first prompt. And this is the second prompt. So it's even changed like the locations, you know, where it could potentially be set. Wow. So much good draw distance there. Wow. Draw distance basically like, you know, detail in the far back of the image, like far back detail basically. That's draw distance. I mean, the words are not coming to my mind right now, but that, yeah. Yeah, that's really, really amazing. And then you get this as well. Wow. That's the thing, like AI is making such incredible moves that if like I wasn't aware that this was AI generated and I was just like handed this, I would believe that it's, yeah, someone's taken an image of it. It's that good. Wow, especially this fourth one here with all the clouds and everything. Really, really remarkable. I would say it's almost better than the reference image that we uploaded. And then this was the last one. And then I'll show you the reference image in a sec. But yeah. Wow, okay. Whoa. That fourth one's crazy. I would say though that this third prompt wins it for me. This third prompt wins it. Yeah. So that third prompt was this. The mountain has snow on it in the style of melds Mexican and American cultures. Realistic. Chiaroscuro. Can't pronounce that. Chiaroscuro or Chiaroscuro. Nikon D850. Terraced cityscapes. Cartel core. Avocado punk. Giraccino. Interesting. See, I would never, like, in a million years, type in such details. And that's what's great about Describe. Introduces you to new concepts, new like ideas that you wouldn't otherwise put into your prompts. So yeah, incredible, absolutely incredible. I really like this second one, but yeah, also the third one is the best because it's got so much going on. Clouds, mountain, a little bit of overcast there, about to rain I guess, and then yeah, really nice like houses there, and then really beautiful greenery in the foreground, and then far distance in the like the middle ground or the middle portion, it's got those houses there as well. So it's so multifaceted with so many details. And finally, this was the reference image. So that was the reference image, and it's taken from this site, worldphoto.org. And yeah, this is a great site to just get some inspiration, you know, over some award-winning photos or really, really excellent photos. And then combining that with Describe can really elevate your prompts to a new level. If you just include some of these elements that you wouldn't normally include as part of your prompts into your prompts, as well as then like knowing what to prompt exactly, which I'm working on right now, a photographic guide. And I've actually completed the guide right now. So I'm just like refining basically the video, which I'll be recording tomorrow, and then I'll be editing, and I'll let you know in the community post how it goes. But yeah, that is that. I think we have a last one, which is a space. So this is going to be interesting because it's got only 2 elements to it: the space shuttle taking off or whatever that is, and then the moon behind it, right? So it should hopefully work. Okay, keep forgetting how to do this, even though it's so simple. Just go Describe. Okay, Describe image, and then you click on it, and then enter, of course. Yeah. Hopefully this one it nails. It should nail it because it's quite simple. Yeah, I'm surprised because this image had quite a lot of detail in it. This one here, and it did a really good job. But then images that didn't have as much detail in it before, it did kind of a mixed job, did a mixed bag. And it was much more artistic as well, rather than realistic, which is what this was here. That looks realistic, not artistic, but it really, redefined that image basically and created these. I'd say in terms of realism, that's probably the closest, or maybe that. But yeah, it really gave like some artistic versions of it down below here. But yeah, that image by far the best, I'd say. Really, really incredible. Just want to upscale that and see what that looks like. This second one here. Whoa, okay. That's really, really amazing. Wow. So this image, for those of you tuning in, was taken from this site, worldphoto.org, and it was by Pascal Fouquet. Yeah, so that's really Fouquet, I think that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, that's really incredible. I really like the first one there. It's got so much depth to it with the, I don't know what that is. I guess smoke clouds like below, or the fumes, exhaust fumes, and then you've got some other kind of rocket to the side of it going off, and then the moon right directly behind it. It's really, really good. So that's one prompt there. This is the second version. Wow. Okay, these are a lot more artistic, I'd say. It seems to be losing the realism the more further you go down. And then get that one. Okay, that seems. I'll shut up. I think this one's really realistic. So, although it's not taken off yet, I'd say the third one is really, really good. Really, really good. It looks the most realistic, even if it's black and white. And that was the upscaled image of before. I think it's really amazing. Wow. That's incredible. And then, yeah, this is the last image of that space shuttle. So, wow, that looks real. That looks real, that one. That looks a bit fake with all of this stuff on the top. But otherwise, it's done a good job. Definitely has done a good job. That's for sure. But I'd say in terms of the spaceship winners, or winner, I would say it's this third one here, in terms of realism. Really incredible, even if it's black and white. I'd say that is the best. Yeah. Yeah, wow. Okay. Yeah, that's good. So that is that. That is everything that we've gone through. So these are the images that we tested. Starting off with this one before the video that I tested, which was just that image there. And then it came back with, with all of these. And that was impressive for sure, but I think that's second place. Then we did that image there. And it came back with these. And it kind of changed it. It made it go, from daytime to nighttime, or more later on in the day, or later on in the night. And yeah, it was good, but it wasn't amazing. I think compared to the original, it didn't mirror it as much as I wanted to. And then we did that gas station one, and I think that was good. But yeah, I mean, the first one was the best in terms of the color grade for the first prompt. But then after that, it started to kind of lose the likeness of the original and go off on its own tangent there. And this one wasn't, too much more improved. I'd say in terms of realism, that would be this one here. That's in likeness to the original, which was that. But The moon is, of course, way bigger in all of these. Moon's got a whole like world of its own in terms of its size. It's just occupying the whole image pretty much, especially this fourth one here. It's crazy. But I still think that's really beautiful. But yeah, in terms of realism, it would have to be that one. So that was the moon one. Then we had that image there. And this, in my opinion, was the best. I mean, there's so much going on in that image. And it was able to like recreate it and add its own spin to it really, really amazingly. And it also added a lot more vibrancy as well to the image. All of these images are so much more vibrant compared to that original. It seemed a bit muted to me, that. Whereas these are so much more like saturated colors, vibrant atmosphere. And I would have to give it to that one there. There's just so much depth in that image. The foreground, the middle ground, and then the background. And then really like dark, ominous type of clouds above. So there was that image. And then lastly, we did this one, which is the space shuttle and the moon behind it as well. And then it came back with these. So these were very like artistic, or at least 2 or 3 of them were. And in terms of artsy realism, I would give it to the first one there. I think that was incredible. And then in terms of realism, you know, this one definitely holds the holds the awards there in terms of realism. Yeah. So that is that. We've gone through 5 images from this site, and I hope you've taken some kind of inspiration away in terms of how to create prompts in a different style that you wouldn't normally have thought of before. I've been Vay, and you've been watching AI Evolved, and thanks for watching. I'll be leaving updates in my community tab of a photorealistic guide I'm working on for Midjourney version 6, so stay tuned for that. But otherwise, thanks for watching. Until next time, peace.